Here we are, Ronnie. Semi-final number 2. The winner of this one going through to play the Lady 2 Blues of Penguin, who were absolutely dominant the final quarter of their game against the Kings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 BTAS State League Gala Weekend, Super Saturday, as we're calling it. The Launceston Lightning taking on the BTAS High Performance Team. JB on the call here with you. Special comments, as always, the world-renowned Ronnie Riggs. Ronnie, this one's going to be another tough matchup as well. We have predicted some larger margins in both of these semi-finals. Obviously lived up to expectations after a competitive first 3 quarters in our first semi, with Penguin getting the win. Probably going to see something similar here. Going to be a very interesting contest.
Yeah, it will be, JB, and hello to everyone tuning in. And, you know, look, I feel that it'd be a similar game to the first game. And that was the Kingborough Kings really taking it to the Penguin Blues in the first game this morning. And the same question will apply here for the BTAS High Performance Team. How long can this young team go up against a very good Launceston side, who have a few players that do play Tornadoes, and then having the Tornadoes head coach in Sarah Veal here as well too, taking the reins. You look absolutely fantastic to see Sarah, you know, doing a little bit more than what she usually would in a calendar year. So absolutely fantastic. But, you know, the keys here really for Launceston is if you can get Simpson, Wells, Payne. Now, Payne's going to be the focal point here because we just named her MVP of the State League, along with Ellie Collins as well too. So, you know, really Mariah Payne has been, you know, causing some issues for the opposition just from a defence standpoint. How can they play her better? What can they do to shut her down? But for BTAS, it's all about, you know, if they can stick with their structure and system that Nick Martin has impelled on them, then really we should see the likes of Charlie Kay, Zoe Banks, Zoe Drain, you know, Ava McDonald there as well too, you know, who, you know, we covered this team over the first couple of rounds and they've shown good improvement. So I really would like to see a similar game where it's close throughout, but then I think maybe the floodgates will open up.
Going to be an interesting contest. Maria, thumbs up if you can hear us. Very good.
Yes.
The microphone is muted.
Yes.
We have our own executive producer for this one.
We do, actually. Funny enough. It's good. It's nice to see.
So it will be Hayden on the opening tip-off there, and that will be Nick Draper as well. So Launceston going to the right of your screen, BTAS to the left. Micah Simpson with the ball to Mariah Payne. Mariah just having been named a co-MVP, fired through the contact, can't get that to go. Rebound taken away there by Bingley. And she's in turn going to use it through Wells now. Nice step through there. Basket is good. Macy McCulloch makes that one.
It's a good first possession for Launceston too, getting really inside and now they're really upping the pressure too on that, you know, that 3/4 court trap.
Sorry, apologies on that one. That was Amber Brasendale.
Yes, she's number 8. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Yeah. Wrong number on the cheat sheet. I was looking at a completely different player.
Okay.
So I apologise on that one. There's Charlie Kay now with the ball, and she's had a wonderful tournament, Ronnie.
Yeah, she's had a good season in State League, so I expect her to, you know, really take it to this Launceston team today.
Ball movement now. That one's moving forward. Macy Crawford with the ball. Pass now as well. And that is bottom of the net stuff, number 44, Ella Tuitt.
And again, nice execution there by BTAS, slowing that one down, getting through, sets hands to the right shoulder in that corner. We'll hear Nick Martin throughout a headset throughout the day as well too, because he'll be up and about. We
have also mic'd up referee Nick Draper in this one, so we will have a nice listen in to some of the chats he has. Launceston with the ball movement now, hands on by Charlie Kay. She's going to need to be careful as Mariah Payne goes up, misses that one, and Ronnie, that's a technique we saw earlier in round 1 where they simply wall up on those Mariah drives and force her to play into the contact or turn the ball over.
Well, I think that's the key. You're going to have to wall up on her because she can be very crafty, and then on cue here, JB just knocks down the 3. But she's very crafty, so you have to wall up in order to play good defence on her.
Good defence here at the moment by Launceston. That one will be on Micah Simpson. Zoe Banks drawing the contact there, and obviously Mariah Payne very familiar with these rims, Ronnie, both in game time and in practice. And Mariah once again just continuing to be one of the standout women's players, if not the best standout women's player in the state of Tasmania.
She's been great since she's come back from America, from college basketball, and you know she's really made a standpoint in NBL 1 South as well too.
That is a long shot there by Drain, as Payne again with the ball, and Launceston managed to finish, I believe, second on the table, Ronnie. They only suffered a couple of defeats, and you can see why as Payne gets inside, step through, easy basket there. And
just a bad breakdown there defensively. Coach Nick Martin won't be happy with that and will want better on the next defensive possession.
Good stop there by Micah Simpson. Obviously, Launceston coached by Sarah Veal, and, you know, very helpful for Sarah as well. A lot of her cohorts from the Tornadoes playing in this Lightning squad, so probably a more adjustable transition into coaching State League.
Absolutely. They've got some open trials coming up very soon too, JB, for the 2022 Coles Express NBL1 South season, and I have no doubt that she'll get a good look today at this young prosperous future that's in front of her.
No, that was a non-paid promotion as Macy Crawford gives that one to Zoe Banks in the car park. Missed that one. We saw Brianna Russell in the previous game knocking them down left, right and centre. The boys from Penguin keen to hear the call back on that one as Mariah Payne now with the ball. She started strong on this one. 5 early points, the advantage of the big scoreboard here at the Elfin Sports Centre. Ball through sets of hands here for Launceston. Back with Payne now as Rosendale with the screen. Spins inside, Payne goes the step through, kick out shot is taken, and that shot is good. Big basket by Bingley.
Great work by Mariah Payne to get the defence to collapse to her, that open up Bingley for that 3, and in good vision there, the hitter for the shot.
5-second count, defensive close call. That's going to be close. And there it is, 5-second close call defensively. Launceston on song on both ends running.
They certainly are. It's a rarity to see the 5-second call in this day of the modern game, but the rule is still in place. So that's a good call by referee Nick Draper.
Very good call there by referee Nick Draper. 10-3 our scoreline. Launceston wanting to get on top early here, and they are. They drive baseline on this one. Step through again. It's on Mariah Payne. Nick Martin has had enough. That's a 9-point blowout early in this one. 3 minutes gone. 12-3. I don't think we're going to need an open mic to understand what Mr. Martin's going to be communicating here. His girls struggling defensively. Launceston hitting their straps. It's 12-3 and Launceston cruising.
Yeah, they are. Good start by Launceston. The defensive breakdowns by the high performance side are really killing them at the moment, and I can just see we've got a good view here where we are, JB. We can see both coaches and pick up the body language right now. Nick's very frustrated with how the team's playing on the defensive end. Offensively, he'll be okay with what they've been trying to run, no problems there, but it's just more, how do you stop Michaela Bingley, but then how do you stop Mariah Payne at the same time too? They're just deadly shooters, but then they can make things happen on that dribble, which forces the defence to, you know, all right, we'll come at you, but then they're sacrificing that open player. So they just got to find a better job here as far as what can we do better defensively. So right now I can see Nick, I'm trying to hear Nick as well too a little bit there just through my headset, but you know,
DJ Russell blaring the music nicely, which is probably an advantage for the coaches for our advantage.
Yes.
Don't need to get the editing button done as well, which is good.
That's a good thing as well too.
We do have the benefit of muting ourselves. It's only taken us 3 years, Ronnie, but we've worked out the mixer, so that's always a bonus.
Yes,
BTAS back on the inbounds now, 12-3 our scoreline, and again, you mentioned body language there. Launceston totally locked in, 100% attitude and attention on Sarah Veal. Let's see how they come out here. Macy Crawford now has gone down inside there as well to Drain. Back to Banks. And Charlie Kay looking to put on a stellar performance there. Step through basket, no good. Had a very good showing in the Northwest 22s competition. MVP runner-up, or was the MVP? Runner-up.
Runner-up.
Can confirmed by our statistician. Thank you very much. Runner-up MVP. And Launceston looking for another solid basket here, expecting to extend this out to double digits. Payne rolls inside, splits the defender, loses a feet. Nearly a travel kick out to Simpson. Once again, Wells now with the ball, and she's fouled. Yeah, not a bad foul. I mean, not that you want to give away fouls this early, Ronnie, but late in the shot clock, you know, good foul, okay, open on the drive, but not necessarily great. You give the opposition a second chance.
Yeah, just reaching in there a little bit too much, and that's a foul every day of the week, but not a bad one. Let's see how this possession goes, and then we kind of judge it from that. If they get stopped, then that's not a bad foul to give.
Simpson to Payne, who goes through, and that is a jump ball call there.
Yeah, both players had hand on the ball when that happened, and then obviously then one of the players let the ball go. So, yeah, correct call.
One thing we like to always remind as well, Ronnie, that occasionally our cameras will be with a 2-ref operation. It will be in the 3rd ref line, so you do have to remember a nice little chest mark on the baseline by referee Hayden, but one thing our viewers will have to remember that if we're in that 3rd ref line, there will be occasions where what we see isn't necessarily what ref 1 and 2 see.
That's right. We do have the nice vantage point here of a nice angle and a good view, but ultimately it's the two referees on the floor that make that final call.
Kay to Banks. Banks for 3. Bottom of the net. Nice shot there by Zoe Banks.
So that's a nice look. So I think offensively the BTAS high-performance side will be okay because that structure and embedded will do. It's more that this defensive end. I like this change up from Nick Martin, though.
And a bit of hesitation. Nice block there by Drain, but just a bit of hesitation there by Launceston. Probably should have attacked the rim.
But it was a good change up where they've gone into that 2-2-1 kind of press coverage there, really emphasising ball pressure as well, which really just put Launceston off in that possession. As
we know, with a press, Ronnie, you're going to try and pass out. Can't keep the ball on the floor. Doesn't matter. You can keep the ball in the bottom of the net. Emerson Wells knocks another shot down. We're back out to 11. Back out to 9. 15-6.
We've seen this time and time again from Emerson Wells. Just one of the premier shooters of the league, and
good defence there by McCulloch as Simpson takes the contact, played through there nicely. Couldn't get the stop. Double digits. 17-6, and Launceston well in control here. We're halfway through the first term. And there's another step through there. Nice score once again to Drain, and she's been the positive offensive so far here for BTAS.
Yeah, she certainly has. And really right now, we're running on dictated terms from Launceston because their running game has been a tad more better than the BTAS one here currently at the moment. They need to get into a track meet, which I think favours more Launceston.
Yeah, and Coach Martin not happy still at the results. Charlie Kay in the corner, nearly a wedgie. Payne wanted that one. Simpson collects. That'll be a late close out there.
Yeah, it's Charlie Kay coming in late and then kind of swiping up, so that foul more on her than anything else.
Ava McDonald checking into this one as Ella Tuitt heads out as well, and that looks to be number 23. Coco Erin checking into this one for Zoe Banks.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
she's doubling up too there, Chobo.
She is, coming off the back of a nice game there. Meanwhile, Amber Brasendale is back into this contest, and number 11, Bronte Smith as well. So getting through the rotations are both teams. And it's paying dividends at the moment. Launceston up 19-8. Second semi-final of the 2021 Gala weekend. Super Saturday underway. As baseline pass there. Nicely inside. Mariah Payne is on a mission. That's 11 first quarter points. Yes, she is an absolute jet. That is correct, Felix.
Yes, I can't believe it.
That's the most polite thing I'm allowed to say. It was complimentary. The words, however, were not.
Yes. But again, Mariah...
Charlie Kay checking out as Zoe Banks quickly comes back in.
It's really going to show, though, JB, Mariah Payne asserting her authority on this game early, which I think is a good sign if you're a Launceston fan. And
misses that one. We've got our commentary curse is back, Ronnie. I love it. We're back in form.
I'll tell you what, Jesus, if I see more missed free throws, I don't know what to say.
I probably wouldn't go for demonstration. Oh, put her on a dime. I've got footage of you bricking through.
Yes,
Ronnie.
Thank you very much, Trevor.
No worries. So Crawford down low, goes the pass out once again. Erin on the baseline, doubling up. Macy Crawford now with the ball. Goes the step through, keeps the pivot foot, dragged it there, got away with it. Erin goes inside, and that's a shot clock violation. Great defence by Launceston.
Yeah, really tight defensive phase there by the Lightning, and BTAS need to do a better job of recognising that shot clock earlier. And no wonder Nick Martin is. I don't think Nick might lose his voice before the coaches clink tomorrow if we're not careful. He's really making sure these girls get up and in on what they need to do and do it right.
And Mariah Payne's just gone to the bench taking a breather. Sarah Veal talking to her superstar down there. She's got 11 first quarter points. BTAS, mind you, have 8. So Launceston really not struggling here offensively. Baseline opens up once again. That's a play we've seen constantly so far to start these proceedings today. Ronnie, that ball watching and defending that baseline there, just becoming a bit of a habit for teams.
Yeah, it was a total tape in the first game we covered, JB, where both teams were ball watching. And, we're getting a near same thing here.
So the drive opens up the lane. Stop, pop, shot does not drop there for Emerson Wells. And BTAS will clear that through. McDonald goes over the top to Banks and Erin as the ball goes in the hands of Brianna Russell. And I tell you what, Ronnie, if she was in the game, she'd put a shot up.
She probably would.
Massive baskets for her in the game. Checking out of that one there is Bronte Smith. Checking in there, Ronnie, number 6, Subi Daly.
Yes.
So Micah Simpson with the ball, and we managed to see Micah and Emerson and a lot of these Launceston girls in their back-to-back drubbings of the Chargers this year and put on absolute shooting clink. Mariah Payne's come back into this one too, just quietly. Good ball movement though by Launceston. Simpson splits, hits the corner up. Shot does not go up there for Daly. Gives back to Wells. 2 seconds. Stop, pop, lock. Nearly another wedgie. And Banks will clear that one out. They're off and running. Good defence there by Wells. Simpson. More good defence by Simpson. Hands are in there. Launceston wanting a stop. This one ticking away nicely. Brasendale gets out just in time. Coco Aaron on a baseline unrewarded. Gets her own rebound. Payne saves that on the slip. Quick breather. She's back in. 11 points in this one. And she's downhill and running. That one is going to be a defensive foul. Yes. As Mr. Gareth Allen.
Yes, he's shoving us the hand there.
Yeah, scratching away at the window there as Simpson heads out. Again, that foul there on number 14 over McDonald. And if we can get the great man to come downstairs, we might get him down here a little later.
Might have to shoot him a message, I think, JB.
That's if he gets back to me at 7 to 10 business days with the great Gareth.
Right.
Shout out if you're listening on playback as Mariah Payne hits the corner up. Not used. Brasendale clears out. She spaces for the long two. Doesn't matter. Kick pass is intercepted there by Banks. She has McDonald in support. Uses her nicely. Stripped there by Mariah Payne. Was that one off Banks? Thought it might have been.
It's good defence.
But it's not.
Good defence by Mariah Payne there. And, again, really showing that, nothing's going to get past her easily.
So, baseline drive up is no good there by Aaron. Rebound not made. That one there by Ella Cobbing. As Payne goes through. Death and taxes. Mariah Payne, 13 first quarter points.
She just went coast to coast. She got that ball too easily down BTAS's end and then finished off nicely.
It's very evident why she's the all-time leading scorer at her college in the United States. An unsung college career, Mariah Payne. And she is dominating. Wanted someone else to get the rebound. Uses her body nicely. Minute 30 remaining in the first quarter. It's 23-8. This one getting out of hand early for BTAS. 15-point margin. We did mention that we thought both games would be lopsided, but certainly not this lopsided so early. Give and go action here by Payne at the top to Bingley. Payne again. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Erin. She's out again to Crawford. So BTAS needing a shot. Crawford to inspire. Does. Bottom of the net.
It's a nice shot by Macy Crawford and a badly needed three as well too, because this, as you say, this game could get out of hand if we're not careful,
Yeah,
Joey.
Felt like a bit of a band-aid though, Ronnie, if BTAS aren't careful. Kick out to Payne. Skip pass once again over to Daly. Drives inside. Wedgie. Brasendale wanted that. Ball spills. Payne saves that. Good hustle by the Launceston girls. Payne to cap it off. Can't do it.
That's another air ball.
Another stiff breeze off the Tamar River.
Yes, it's like three we've seen today.
Unbelievably windy inside the Eltham Sports Centre. Category 5 cyclones such as the breeze carrying the basketball. We're going to need the...
going to have to get the
Bureau official. Going to need the 3x3 basketballs here at the moment. Off a brand we're not allowed to name. Thank you to Moulton and McDonald's.
Yes, proud sponsors of BTAS.
Non-paid promotion. Pass now outside. That'll be a foul.
We'll regain our composure here.
We will. Just for anyone nearby, when we lift up the cards to laugh, you're allowed to laugh.
We'll get cue. That's the next thing in the budget. Cue cards, Joe, mate.
Mate, I had to iron on the logo for the shirt. We've got a lot more in the budget. We need a lot more in the budget. Meanwhile, down low. Crawford, plenty in the bank there for Crawford as she gets that shot to fall on the baby hook.
That's a nice move by Macy Crawford too. Again, they've got this back to 10, so this is not a bad little fight back here by the BTAS high performance side.
BTAS have had a respectable start and stop, and there's another one. They need to fight for that ball, and they do. Jump ball once again, going the way of Launceston though.
And that's one of the things too, JB. Nick Martin really emphasised that you've got to play with some toughness, you've got to play with some grit, and you just got to give 110% when you're out on that floor. So that was really good to see that they didn't give up on that play. They fight to the whistle.
Crawford out for a quick break. Nick Martin going with a defensive lineup as Davis checks into this one. They're going to want to stop. They can't allow one person to get the ball. And we're going to be called for what looks to be a bit of a hand spell there.
7, 2 hands. This way.
Yep, so a hand check there, just as we thought. The words of Nick Draper on that one. So 7.2 remaining. 23-13 our score line. Launceston 23. BTAS and Mariah Payne 13 each. As that one goes up and shot drops there by Macy McCulloch. He's definitely number 9.
Yes, now we can confirm that.
2-2. Now that was a Tiri Masunda type shot. Nothing but net as Banks maintaining composure, looking to get up the floor. BTAS do. Oh, it's fallen in the laps of the gods. and couldn't quite get the execution there to close the quarter. But a nice, strong finish from BTAS. Stumbled early, managed to pick up a bit of momentum, bit of defensive strength to close that one out. Margin, probably not as exactly what Sarah Ville would have liked. I think she feels they could probably be, close to that 15, 17-point margin at the moment. It is 12. Launceston lead, 25-13.
Yeah, no, good first quarter by the Launceston team, and really they got out and running. They were able to make BTAS collapse on the defensive end, force open shooters, get to the rim nicely. BTAS had too many defensive breakdowns in that first quarter. Sam Adams there, James McKinnon, and Coach Hayden there as well too. Talking to Nick Martin, just trying to address the few issues on the defensive end. So really, for Nick Martin, it's all about in this quarter time huddle, address your defensive issues. Do you change things up? Like I say, I didn't mind what they were trying to do there with that, three-quarter court press. I'm just seeing what's going on in the background. Good grief. Meanwhile, it's more the fact that if they can get stops defensively, their offense will take care of themselves. And I feel that the defense is going to be key for BTAS in this game. So it's going to be, I'm just having a quick look here at Nick Martin now, a bit more calmer here, a bit more composed. I think, assess the damage now. Let's see what we can do to get better as we go along in this second quarter.
I think ultimately the adjustment too that's going to come, Ronnie, and the ultimate factor in this, and it's what we talk about all the time in sports and particularly in basketball, we talk about outliers.
Yes.
The team with the dominant outlier 99 times out of 100 is going to win the game, is going to dominate the sport. Well, it's evident from tip-off, from the time they stepped on the floor, the outlier in this game is number 7 in a Launceston Lightning uniform.
Yeah.
And ultimately, while, yes, you need to stick to a team structure offensively, you need to stick to a team structure defensively, a lot that's going through Nick Martin's mind is that the strong side of the court offensively for Launceston and the strong side of the court defensively is wherever number 7 is. We need to make sure that we're able to get her as far away from the ball and as far out of the action as possible to then capitalise on that weak side.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tough assignment here for the young BTAS team. But I think it's a good experience to have because, for these young ladies that are coming through the program, this can only put them in good stead, of course, playing against best of the best here as we get underway term number 2.
Second quarter is underway, term number 2, as DJ Russell leaves the booth. Meanwhile, it is BTAS to the left of screen. They've got possession now through Davis. That in turn was given up. Banks now with the ball, wants to go inside, spinning well. There's that collapsing D, and just not aware of that one, Launceston. Nice pressure. BTAS, nice pressure from Launceston.
Yeah, just a little bit off there on that possession from the BTAS girls. They, again, the intention was right. I just don't think the personnel were in the right spots there at the right time.
So Launceston on their first offensive possession now. They'll go through Micah Simpson. Going to Mariah Payne. She's got the ball, and Charlie Kay with the assignment there. Let's see how that one plays out. Emerson Wells with the ball, wants to go inside. Can't. Gives back to Simpson. Who's she going to go to? Back to Wells. Corner. Does use it. Goes to drive baseline. Up and under. Nearly steps out of bounds. It looks like they're going to pay a block there. Deflection by BTAS, and that'll be baseline basketball. 1 second on the shot clock here. Launceston are going to need to jack one up nice and quickly. They do to Payne. Fouled and 1. And that is the breakdown you didn't want with 1 second on the shot clock.
No, certainly not. You do everything right for 23 seconds of that shot clock. And
now, have we got a blood spill here?
Yep. Well, I think Marie's onto it. So.
Yep, our headset are off.
Yes.
So we are just going to probably just get a tidy up here. Felix, please keep recording. Ronnie, I reckon this is probably a quick little time. We'll just take a short little spell while we get this one tidied up, and then we'll...
yes, we'll come back, Joe.
We'll come back into it.
back to the CCP. CCP.
What's that mean?
Central Commentary Position.
We've got a new one at Swisher for when we have some customer issues. It's called PEVCAC. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. You worked there, you just worked that one out, haven't you? Internal battle. I understand that 95% of the humour I produce is at me, not with me. So it's fine. And we're back. Marie on cleaning duties and ref duties and bench duties and executive producing. Guys, could you keep it down? We can hear through the microphones. I don't want to have to edit.
Meanwhile, Mariah Payne at line, JB.
Thank you.
And
makes the basket. She's got 16 here early on, and
she's just dominating this game from the word go, as we mentioned. And how we stop her, who knows? This goes to show that I think Mariah has
nice shot there, knocked down by Charlie Davis.
Yeah, I just really think that maybe Mariah Payne is certainly going to be one of the premier players to watch as we go into next year.
Absolutely. So ball going through hands once again for Launceston, that flow option. Marie, can you hear us? Thumbs up, please. Thank you. Bottom of the net, Mariah Payne.
Don't blow out her ears, JB, because it's a good shot, don't get me wrong, but good grief.
She's got 19 first half points, Ronnie.
Yes, I know, but we just got to take
the opposition has 15.
We're trying to take care of our executive
and there's 8:30 remaining in the second. We've got Wilt Chamberlain on the scoreboard here. Easy for Launceston once again.
Emerson Wells there,
Emerson Wells, and Nick Martin, I think, is a little perplexed here. Does he go the timeout? I mean, it's only 90 seconds or so into this quarter. Does he let him play through it? Does he believe in the structure? A lot of questions being asked. Let's see how they can respond. Inside there, that one was no good by McDonald. Mariah Payne once again, downhill, stop, pop, kick to the corner to Micah Simpson.
Was a no-looker.
Was a no-looker. This one could be from the car park if we're not careful, though. Drives baseline herself, spins inside. She stops, she pops. Brasendale inside, easy, up and under is good. Nick Martin a little distraught here. It's already 20 points.
But again, she's bringing those two yellow jerseys in. That opens up Brasendale on that little role play there, and easy done.
So BTAS got to keep their eyes on the ball here. They're just discombobulated. Zoe Banks now with the ball. Who does she have in support? Goes herself. Kick out in, turn to drain. Hasn't played too bad. Slides, keeps a pivot. Stop, pop, lock, no good. Second chance opportunities, up and under. Can't get that to fall. She'll go to the line. Charlie Kay checking into this one shortly. Yeah,
Charlie Kay will need to have a good, strong, 7 minutes here as well too, I think, JB, because she needs to find some range, and she needs to find a shot first off as well too. So
she brings that attitude and energy for the team.
Oh, she does. And I've mentioned this on the public record before. I love how Charlie Kay,
plays the game,
how she sees the game, and her attitude and her demeanour. She's a great young kid who's got a very bright future ahead of her. So what I want to see from her now is what I've just said.
McDonald, Crawford, Banks, 3, bottom of the net.
It's a good shot by Zoe Banks. I mean, we've seen Banks work hard over the last few weeks, JB, locally back home in Hobart, and great to see that those shots are now dropping for her.
Tell you what, the game pace Launceston are bringing is...
we're right up there with an NBL 1 South game.
Absolutely. They are just flying down the floor. Simpson for 3. Back iron, rebound, big rebound. Simpson again, second chance, dump down, Brasendale, short corner, back iron, no good. Kay with the ball. She's going to need to fight through. Does over to Crawford, Banks ahead, doesn't use her. Also has Drain in support, uses her nicely, can't make it. Brasendale, easy rebound for her. And Payne once again, looking to bring more of. She has 19, BTAS have 19. And Launceston have 35, and that's a
travel.
Just an errant travel.
I'd say she shuffled her feet.
Yep.
And then...
Didn't establish.
Yeah, didn't put it to the floor. Just one of those odd ones sometimes the players will do it, and it's coming out of nowhere, really.
So Charlie
it's the call's there.
Charlie Kay now with the ball back to Zoe Banks in turnover to Drain. Also got Crawford and I'm also just chasing up there. Tuitt on the floor as well. Banks goes to the line, goes for two. I think that's Sarah Veal wanting
one timeout.
Wanting a timeout. She's just going to try and make some adjustments there. Oh, no, just some substitutions before the shot. That's fine.
Oh, no,
And
she wants it. There
she definitely wants the timeout. 35-19, 6:20 remaining in the second. Ronnie, what are you expecting out of Coach Veal here?
Look, I think she's recognised a few things, and so you can really nitpick here while you're up by 16 at the moment, and I think it's not a bad timeout. I think it's just maybe to me, I'd say, look, this is what they're trying to do differently. Now we'll try and counteract that. So I can see it, she's throwing her arms up there. So I'm thinking more on the defensive end here she's talking about. Because I think BTAS are finding some ways where they've found a couple little, open gaps and they're attacking those gaps. So I think the message here from Sarah Veal will be to clamp down defensively better and not allow that middle to open up as easily, because Banks obviously got through, she drew a foul, and then I can't think of who the other one was there, but a couple of times they've attacked that middle nicely. So not a bad time out here from a strategic standpoint, but let's see how they come out.
Let's see how we go from here again. 6:20 remaining, second quarter, 35-19 your scoreline. Again, storyline here for Launceston has just been the control and dominance of a Mariah Payne. Has that effect where she's able to lift everyone around her. She's the big thing too. The expectation here is you're playing at Mariah's pace. We're getting up and down the floor. We're getting into our sets. We're moving the ball. We're attacking the rim. We're not settling for jumpers. We're making the defence accountable, and that's what's got Launceston ahead. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, BTAS just getting into their structure, really trusting their processes, and, again, understanding that pressure and that physicality is coming from Launceston.
Yeah, it is. And, BTAS have just got to keep, chipping away here and, try. Now they're going to get a stop here. So really important for them to knuckle down defensively, but try not to have everyone ball watch at certain times.
They're playing a press and a trap sort of style man-to-man D, but it's not going to matter on that corner three. It does actually, as that shot misses. BTAS looking to break away again. This one through Tuitt, I should say. Oh, the drive, unlucky there. That miss by Drain. Payne up and down the floor once again, slowing things down, trying to draw contact. And skip pass to the corner, late catch, hand reach out, does not matter. Bottom of the net, Emerson Wells.
She's just had a really good shooting game. You could do everything you can. Good interception there by Wells as you'll give it off to a teammate. Good two-man
backwards
game.
and forwards.
Yeah, again, but that's good teamwork again, building that confidence up, getting other teammates involved is really good. But you could, and now she's going off for a rest. But you could do everything in the world, Joe B, as far as if you can get a hand to shoot and they still make it. It's just good shooting.
Yeah, you can't help that too much. 38-20 our scoreline. And the Launceston girls just taking a breather, looking to restock. We're halfway through the second quarter here. As Crawford with a travel. Couple of nice big steps on that one. Easy call to make.
That's pretty obvious from our angle up here, JB.
So substitution, no substitutions. Nick Martin coming up the court looking for some adjustments. And Launceston again back into their set. Mariah Payne being followed by Zoe Banks. Micah Simpson. Again now with Payne. Stop, pop, lock. Shot drops. 22 points in the first half. How good can you get?
I don't know if you can get any better, but, certainly Mariah Payne has put on a brilliant first half. And that's a good drive by Charlie Kay as well too there, JB. Again, aggressive, taking it to the rim. Now she'll want to convert from the line to a two.
Yes, Charlie Kay heading to the line. A 21-point score, 21-point margin already in this one, Ronnie. 22 points to Mariah Payne. Charlie Kay floats that one up there, gets that one to drop. And they will be her first points. And 3 fouls as well for Charlie Kay, so she's got to be careful, Ronnie.
Yeah, she has to be. But
she's pivotal to this squad success.
So, yes, so that's why she's had a bit of extended time on the bench, and then she's come in with that 7 to go, and now she has to play smart with that 7 to go. And for 3 and a bit minutes, she's done a good job of that.
Simpson lucky not to get called travel. I tell you what, BTAS are lucky that one didn't drop. Banks gets the ball, wants to get up the court. She's trapped near the halfway line. Ball going through sets of hands. There's Tuitt with the pass to that one over in turn to Erin to Banks. She's got Crawford, Kay Crawford for 3. Wants the bank open. It is not. Banks aren't open in Launceston on a Saturday. As the Lightning take possession of this one again through Simpson. And the ball just travelling nicely to the cup, up and under, no good. Payne with a rebound. She fights through, back out to Simpson. No look pass. Deserves a basket. Gets it. Nick Martin has seen enough once again. Timeout taken. And this one, again, just blowing out. Substitution by the Lightning once more. 44-22. 22-point ball game, Ronnie. And again, I think Nick Martin at this point, it's making sure they're accountable defensively, which is what he's trying to push here. Because offensively, they seem to be getting the looks they want, just not always getting the results. It seems to be on that defensive end is where the struggle is at.
It is. And, again, it's a good timeout because, they've made another run. So Nick Martin has no choice but to burn his last time out in this first half. And, BTAS finished in 4th position. They did a hell of a job in the first 2 rounds to get enough wins to just squeeze through. Obviously, that Sunday in Ulster, it came down to the final few games to decide ladder positions and whatnot. So for BTAS to be back here, I think it's great. And I think for this young group that will build through over the next couple of years, I feel that this is going to be a good learning curve. And what no better learning curve to go up against Launceston, who I will find as clear favourites to take this title out. Now,
that's a big call.
Yeah. I'm making that call. Now, the other call I want to make is too here. Ollie Angustin has just walked through the doors, JB. He is here, and he will be suiting up in our men's game coming up.
And God bless Bernie.
Good night.
God bless Bernie with that one.
Apologies to the Bernie people if they listen to that pack.
It's going to be a big task to take him on. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
Speaking of big tasks, BTAS have one on their hands right now. Launceston locked in at both ends. They're leading 44-22.
I just feel like, just to back up my call with Launceston, they've played exceptionally well over the 2 rounds in State League. So I just feel like they're probably but they're slightly ahead of Penguin.
Yes, will be very interesting to see. Penguin, a deep squad. Kay couldn't get that one to fall. Launceston are just getting everything they want here right now. Up the floor, Emerson Wells slows that one down. Gives to Micah Simpson. Hesitation, splits the defence. Up and under off the glass. Deserved a basket. Good rebound there by Banks. And BTAS down the floor again. Charlie Kay over to Macy Crawford. Coco Aaron doesn't matter. Inside to Charlie Kay. Zoe Banks back to Kay. Good ball movement here. Back over to Crawford. She's a long way out. Won't take the shot. Drives inside. Splits the defence. And she has headbutt the floor. Very, very hard.
Yeah, let's hope she's okay, though.
Yeah, she went down solid.
Hard knock.
Went down solid. Lost her legs. Checking into this one here. Number 7, Ella Cobbing. And we just got the double check. Is that going to be Macy?
Up.
Yeah, so Macy's going to come out for a break. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Shooting 2. Are they going to let her have the... Okay, so it'll be sub on the shooter. They're definitely confident in having Macy take it. So Cobbing will come in.
Okay, but then I did realise the sub came in. So did the sub... Just wondering... I know I've got Marie next to me here. If the sub came in...
Can we actually turn you up for your explanation on this?
Oh, yeah.
Too easy.
So my question is, if the subs come in, but then she's just come straight off, because if the referee's beckoning the play in, wouldn't that mean the sub stands?
In general, yes. But in this situation, like, Nick wasn't aware that it was actually going to be 2 shots.
Okay.
So for the good of the game and go from there, I was happy with what Nick's done on that part, is just to allow Macy to take the shots. Because she wasn't actually injured.
Yep.
And no one had actually stepped onto the court to take Macy, to see if Macy was okay, then we could allow that one to go through.
Yes. That point too. Well spotted there, Marie. Because, yes, if a coach or a team follower or the team doctor came out on the floor, then that sub stands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
That's all good.
Yes, she's saying yes for the viewers at home, yes.
Yes, we heard that briefly. Good defence there by Launceston. Thanks to Marie on that one. She can commentate and she can clean. She wears 2 hats in this one. Speaking of double digits, 2 hats.
Coco Aaron.
Banks it in.
Waterbank is open, JB.
Well, I tell you what, they've obviously tied the old ute and the chain to the ATM and ripped it out of the wall, I'd say. It's the only way they've had access on a Saturday. So Launceston just not getting it how they want exactly in this one so far in the second term. Playing well, but not exactly as well as they have. Up and under, Payne inside, rebound, 24 points from Mariah Payne. So Launceston, again, still ticking away, still well ahead in this contest.
We might have to get some fact-finding mission on what the points record is for a finals game for a women's play, because Mariah Payne is certainly on target.
Falcon inside there. Ellie Collins had 34 in our 34, I believe it was, in our last game. Zoe Banks checked into the back corner, but she's recovered that. Payne up in the grill there. Kay now with the ball. Has space created. Banks wants to respond. Can't. And that one cleared again by Yes Wells. Inside 90 seconds in this first half. Launceston having it all their way. They're up 19. BTAS showing some resistance. Can they hold on through the third and make this a tight contest? Payne inside. 26 first half points to Mariah Payne.
She is certainly having an excellent first half.
She
Mariah
is
Payne.
bringing the pain.
She now, I believe she scored 59 in round 2. Yes, I went through box scores the other night.
59 points.
She had 59.
Well, she's on pace for at least 52. That'll be an over-the-back call. That one there on Ella Cobbing. And that'll be a Launceston ball. Micah Simpson checking into this. Neve Ball checking in as well. So heading out will be number 6, Subi Daly, and checking out number 7 on limited minutes there, Ella Cobbing. So 59.3 remaining here in the first half. Launceston controlling this one with ease. We will see how the rest of this one plays out. Up the floor once again. And that's going to be a foul. That one will be on Banks. And in the bonus side, no, not in the bonus.
Actually, funny enough, JB, Mariah Payne had 40 against the
40
Kingborough Kings back in Ulverston a fortnight ago.
Jesus, that's a big total. So a scoring machine as Payne goes to go inside again. Oh, manages to pick it up, gives to Simpson, loses the handle, saves it once again. No, Charlie Kay cleans that one up, 39 remaining. She goes down the floor, guarded well by Simpson, who will not leave her alone. Good defence there, Micah Simpson. Wanted a double dribble, but she has worked really hard there. Neve Ball saw limited minutes in the first game she played today. Charlie Kay chasing that one, and she stepped in the back court. Great defensive pressure there by Launceston. Again, Ronnie, not only are they getting it done on the offensive end, they're working hard to get their stops on the defensive end.
They certainly are, and they're doing... excuse me, and they're certainly doing, and they're certainly doing everything right.
Thought the horse racing had come to life all of a sudden.
No, keep that on your phone.
Working hard for their stops, Ronnie.
Yes, they certainly are, and I feel like if they can keep getting those stops, it's going to be tougher to beat.
Mariah Payne splits through, runs into Neve Ball, who
That's
says,
better
get that
defense.
out of here. And good recovery, though. Brasendale Bank is open once again. That beats the shot clock. We've got half a ton on the board here. Coco Erin down the floor. And that'll be off feet, does not matter. So that'll be half time, Ronnie. 50-27, 26 first half points to Mariah Payne. She's on track for a 50 piece. Launceston cruising along here in the first half of our second semi-final, and they look like they're going to be facing the Penguin Blues tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I don't want to call it too early, but I feel like the way this game has been played and the way Launceston are playing, I think tomorrow is set up for a Launceston Penguin final. For BTAS right now, it's the defensive end. Nick Barnett would have been happy with that last defensive possession,
Except
bar the Avon Brasendale two-pointer there. So, they did everything right. Great defence by Neve Ball, and then all of a sudden that ball splurges out, and then that's one of those it's a coach killer. It really is.
And as we've seen, Ronnie, that's at least 5 points that's happened just on baseline inbounding. It might not look much on the scoreboard, but to see that at 18 points rather than 23 is a big difference. We're going to take a little break here.
Yes.
Half time in our second semi-final. Launceston dominating this one. Mariah Payne leading the way, 50-27, and we'll be back shortly.
Mariah shot 53 in two NWBU games, I think. She's a scorer. Yeah. And Emerson is your MVP for 22s on the coast.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she
No, not allowed anymore. They've changed it. Rainbow sheep. Apparently it's rainbow sheep or something.
The rainbow sheep.
No, it's not allowed, but it's not bar black sheep. It's not allowed. I think it's rainbow. I think. Yeah. Yeah, why has Nick got a towel? It's not even. They're not even running.
No.
He said when I was out there wiping all the blood up, he said, "Geez, it's warm out here." Apparently, Bernie people were saying that about you all last time. Penguin one.
So Sturgeon's money got us here.
I couldn't look any more unimpressed.
That's classic. You guys make the day, I swear. You really do. I swear you make the day.
I've got to plug the phone in, otherwise I'll stop watching Sky. I've got to be able to see the winner of the potty. It's only race 2, but I've got to see the winner.
Oh, dear.
You jump in there,
Race 4.
It's only
I have
race
no
2.
idea, Connor. I don't.
No, I'm lucky, mate. I have no idea either.
There's no better tipster in the Melbourne Cup last year. Put 20 on, won 400 and something.
How many bars? 2, 3? How
No,
many
I-
bars? Battery bar. 3? Yeah.
He's set now. He's happy now. He's happy now. He's
Trying to run the TAB.
right.
Connor last in one of the games the other week. I said, "There goes Connor, off to the TAB. Doesn't have much to collect, but that's all right." Second half underway momentarily here in the second semi-final of Gala Weekend 2021. Launceston, Ronnie, dominating this one 50-27. Not much adjustment needs to go on here for Launceston. They've just got to keep going for BTAS. It definitely is on the defensive end because they are getting and executing the looks they want offensively.
Yeah, they certainly are, JB. And I feel like for Launceston, you know, they just got to keep on keeping on here. For BTAS, they have to make those adjustments on the defensive end. You know, they have to do a better job on the offensive end. So, you know, a tough task here for the BTAS high-performance team, but it's a good challenge for them to have, and let's see how they go.
So left-hand side of the screen will be Launceston. They're going to need to be outscored by 23 points in the second half to drop this game. Payne walled up. It was a defensive tactic that worked by the Kings that we saw certainly in round 1. BTAS wanting to adopt a similar strategy here. So let's see what can happen. Micah Simpson now with the ball. Received that one off Wells. Wells playing a nice contributing role as well. She's got 8 points. Ball fake. And
Travel.
that's a walkie.
Good defensive pressure there by BTAS, forcing Emerson Wells into something that, you know, she couldn't put up. So now let's see how they go on the offensive possession here and see if they can get a score for a good reward.
Yeah, trying to walk her way through the quadrant there. That just wasn't really going to work. So dump down passes. Nice. Get out of here, says Mariah Payne. That is not the start that BTAS wanted offensively. Now let's see what kind of reply Launceston can have. Again, they lead by 23. Premiership quarter is the third quarter. 23 is a lot to overcome though, so we'll see what happens. Wells top of the key, looking for Payne. She gets it. Nice knock away, though, there by BTAS through Zoe Drain.
I mean, if BTAS can just get on a 10-step run here and just put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on, that would rattle Launceston to force a timeout. So anything could happen.
Oh, looping past Brasendale. Simpson outside. Oh, round the back inside. Hesitation, nothing but net and not the good way.
I don't think that move was ever going to stick, JB.
No.
So I just wondered why on that one.
Nothing but net and not in a good way, he says, as ball movement now through by BTAS as a bit of a slide saves herself. Hand on heart there on the BTAS bench. Charlie Kay from the car park round the world, no good. Launceston not fighting for the boards though. BTAS cleaned themselves up. Macy Crawford back on the floor. Was a little nervous before this one started here in the third. Kay can't get that one to fall even. Needed that one to go as Ronnie claps the hands. And we are a minute and a half in. And Brasendale now goes to Simpson over the top. Easy for Launceston. That basket by Bingley. She's going the line for an M1 opportunity.
That's a coach killer down there because you'd really love to see. I wanted to see that 3-ball drop there for Charlie Kay because I thought, like, that's great offense, found the open look, and then they get killed down the other end just on that M1 play there. So, you know, again, just frustrating little things here for Coach Nick Martin.
So Bingley can't get that one to fall. Wells tosses that one straight over the top there to Tuitt. Just need to update our team list in numerical order for our next game. We'll see how that one goes though. That drive out, Zoe Banks has either stepped out of bounds or travelled. I'm going to bank out of bounds based on the whistle.
Yes.
Get the nodding confirmation from our Tatsalotto government supervisor.
From the head of our referees, JB, thank you.
And cleaning department and blood spill department.
Yes, that too, thank you.
Venue manager. Much like Brian Taylor, I don't think any of her relatives are my dentist.
Okay.
As Mariah Payne splits through, contact and travel.
Yeah, Mariah Payne just taking that extra, it's kind of on the skip there.
Again, so it's a trouble.
Oh, we just caught the last part of that. I would have loved to hear the first part of that.
Called something on, right?
Okay, we'll turn that down.
Nick Martin obviously trying to work referee Nick Draper there on something.
I believe he wants a little bit of an assistant there just on some physical play from Mariah, but we'll move on as Banks with the ball to Kay, and those are the two that need to get this team into it. Kay, stop, pop, lock.
There we go.
Shot can finally drop, and that's just been a bit of an issue at the moment there for BTAS, finding the bottom of that net, and again, that's a confidence thing as well, Ronnie.
Yeah, it is, but that shot dropping for Charlie Kay will be a good confidence booster for her. Now, let's see how they go here defensively. They've got to get that stop.
And there's the internal. That's a beautiful pass inside to the wrong person, however. BTAS are off once again as Tuitt with the ball. She's got Banks in support with Drain. Goes to use Drain, who cuts inside. Cut. Deserves a basket and gets it. Good execution.
Much better execution, JB, and much better play on that one. Now what are we there? 21 now. So if they get another stop here, that's an nearly a 6-0 run here for this BTAS side.
Yes, almost a 6-0-1. 6-0-1.
Run.
It's
Yes.
not a visa, it's a play. And taken away more defence here by BTAS, so they're looking to bring this down, and that's going to be a stop there on Payne.
Yeah. But that's not a bad foul by Launceston. Fouled, properly fouled there in the back court. Now they set up their defence. Stops BTAS from their transition game. Now we'll see how BTAS go here on the offensive set.
So Charlie Kane now with the ball over to Crawford again. Bit of a head knock there to end that first half. It's good to see her back out.
Good pass.
Good passing indeed. Deserves a basket, can't. They're going to start falling shortly though for BTAS. You can just feel the momentum trying to swing in their direction. Ball loops around the three-point line. Macy Crawford from deep. Can't get that to fall. Rebound there by Bingley.
I was going to say, that was from Devonport itself nearly, Jovo.
Yeah, very much so. Micah Simpson now with the ball. She's got Payne, Brasendale, Emerson Wells and Bingley. Emerson Wells, the MVP of the 22s comp, the Northwest Coast. Payne baseline, gets through the defender, drop down to Simpson, dribble hesitation, nicely off the glass, good composure by Launceston.
Yeah, good composure, but then good toying there on the BTAS defenders because just sucked them in nicely there for that for that little dump pass.
So let's see now what can happen as the transition comes out. Unsuccessful possession there by BTAS. And we will see what Launceston can bring. Substitutions there for Nick Martin. Flying through this third quarter, almost halfway through. Still 23 points in favour of Launceston. But you can sense that BTAS have more control on their game than at any point in this game. As Payne inside, up and under, kick out pass. Nice long shot, bottom of the net. And that was at the end of the shot clock. Thought that was some sort of violation. but Bingley makes that long shot there. So this one extends back out to 26, and that's, again, another coach killer. We'll get to that in a sec. Zoe Banks inside, going to the line to 2, but just quickly there, Ronnie, third time in this game we've seen BTAS beaten at the very bottom of the shot clock.
Yes, they're doing everything right, and then they just get caught off guard for an extra second. I just thought there that those last couple of minutes really in favour of BTAS. Made a good little run, kind of got that back to, 21, and then all of a sudden Launceston were able to come out and then respond in kind with five points of their own. So it's really a bit of a chess game here in this third quarter, but I like what I'm seeing from both teams. BTAS have just got to really keep this up for the next 5 minutes and 18 seconds.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of this one plays out. Banks makes that one as well, so 25-point the margin too. And again, Ronnie, we talk about how margin doesn't always reflect the way the game is played, but certainly in this third term, this 25 points certainly isn't the overall dictating factor with the way this game is at the moment.
No, it's certainly not. And, really though, Launceston, should just chip away at this at their own pace and see how far they can get score-wise.
Smith to Payne, and Payne has been held scoreless in this quarter. I do believe she had 26 at the half. She's still at 26 at the moment.
Yes. That's a yes.
So that's a positive from BTAS. Inside, that deserves a basket. To the line will go Ava McDonald, number 14. And again, it's those small little wins for BTAS that's, still keeping their energy and somewhat still keeping them within arm's reach of this Launceston side who, as you've said, are probably the favourites at this point to take it all out.
And at times keeping Sarah Veal standing up, because it's rare I see Sarah Veal stand up for the majority of a basketball game, let alone sitting down as a coach, which kind of tells me in some ways if a coach sits normally, it sits for most of the game.
Pretty calm, collected customer.
But then when she starts standing up, you feel like from a coach's perspective, maybe I'm not
bit on edge.
Yeah, on edge. So if BTAS can just, as you say, win these small battles, might just rattle Sarah Veal a little bit, but she won't be too fast, I wouldn't reckon.
Zoe Banks again playing some off-ball defence really nicely there, wrestling with Mariah Payne, making her earn everything. And that's another turnover there. So BTAS defensively here in this third term playing well. And
they've been much better, JB.
And it's certainly something that we've mentioned, Ronnie, that when you play physical to a lot of these players, and it's the way the game is today, playing them physical off ball, it throws off their natural pattern. They can't necessarily play to the same level they're used to with the freedom of movement.
Yeah, and, it's...
athletic move.
That was an interesting look there by McDonald.
No good by McDonald. Simpson wanting to clear out. That will be Bingley wanting to check in. Mariah Payne for her first points has still not scored, and she's hit the deck hard. Still scoreless in this start of the second half, and that'll be a travel violation. Their substitution, that travel violation that was on number 7 on Ella Cobbing. As Mariah Payne is just going to go for a quick change up, so they're going to force BTAS to play a different style of defence here, and Sarah Veal looking to just release some of the pressure that's on her on the offensive end at the moment. Yeah,
and she's just having a bit of a chat there with Mariah Payne as well too. It's just getting a player feel out there.
As that one back iron, so BTAS have only allowed 7 points in this quarter. Very good defensive effort. Zoe Banks wanted the 3, gets inside, floats up nicely, and again, unfortunately, it's seeing the bottom of that net, Ronnie, for BTAS at the moment.
Yeah, good box out there too by Simpson there as well. So she's working hard.
Bingley wanting to get the response, doesn't matter, gives it over to Smith. Turn to Wells, the 22's MVP of the North West Coast. Smith inside. That's nice to Bingley. Good basketball, good ball movement. And again, the big thing for Launceston there, they're not relying on that sole scorer.
It was a good change-up, good execution, and then getting the ball down nicely and we're going to work.
So inside there, that one is no good by Cobbing. And we are off and running once again for Launceston. Only 9 points, but they still hold a nice 25-point lead, which is crazy to think they've actually won this quarter by 2 points, Ronnie, but it feels like BTAS have been in control.
Yeah, it's been such an interesting third quarter, but, credit to BTAS.
Well, Wells thought she'd change a pivot foot there, probably got away with one nonetheless. Ball movement, Bingley, Simpson fading away. That'll be nearly a wedgie. They lose that as McDonald with the ball.
Nice
contains
handles.
nicely.
Beautiful.
Good pass to Kay, that one with a lot of power on it. Crawford not afraid to shoot the 3. Bottom of the net. And Sarah Veal has had enough. So that is BTAS winning this quarter by 1 at the moment. Launceston pushed back onto that Burke foot. Still leading by 23, but BTAS playing and in control of this game.
Yeah, no, they're chipping away in this third quarter and making, a small statement here to Launceston saying we're not backing down, okay? We're going to keep going at you, and you just throw everything at what you got. And I feel like, really good reward there for BTAS on that last possession. Good extra ball movement, get that right shot going, and no worries there. Nick Martin a little bit more composed in this timeout here, just having a look at him. He's on the whiteboard drawing a few things up. Seville, I think, is doing the same thing. So, look, in this last, if BTAS could get this back to, if they can get it back to 15, I reckon then, there's still a shot. But if Launceston can come out here just responding kind and make a little run of their own, then I think we might be safe to call it, JB.
Well, one thing too, Ronnie, and we noticed this a couple of years back, back in 2019, this was the key for the BTAS girls, was the simple fact that, they played with energy, they played with effort. We talk about it all the time, but they were a side that was not expected to do well in that tournament. I don't know whether it was Taylor Webb was playing bottom age at that point. She's currently Taya, I should say. She's not in this lineup due to injury at the moment. But that was a group of girls who stuck fat, who fought through, some real challenges in that tournament, and they come away with the state title that year. And I mean,
she did. Oh yeah, they did. Sorry,
so there's plenty on offer here. There's plenty for them to do. We know they can get it done. So let's see what they can do, Again, bring it to 15, then you look at 12, then you look at 10. Start and stop, let's see. That defence playing well. Mariah Payne, she's scoreless until, well, she's still scoreless, in fact. That ball movement now, Brasendale. Bottom of the net. Michaela Bingley. And just when you think they're out of it, Launceston, they just find a way.
And that's why it's good execution coming up for the timeout as well too, JB.
So Kay now goes baseline, runs into a wall, and that'll be a foul on the shot. That one there on Smith. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good drive by Charlie Kay. But again, just allowing that open three to happen there for Bingley's just, that's... If I'm Nick Martin, I'm not happy with that defensive possession because, again, you have to recognise that there's shooters in this ball team. And on the scouting report, we identified that you've got Bingley, Payne and Simpson that are the main threat of shooters. So you must make sure you get a hand on them.
And I think the other thing too there is that you've got... You've also got Emerson Wells, who's playing well.
Yes, Emerson Wells. My apologies, too. We shouldn't leave out Emerson Wells.
Emerson Wells probably the 3, but the big thing for Bingley is Bingley's got that ability to bang with the boards inside and has that ability to also shoot the ball.
That too. She's a good stretch type player where she can do it from inside and out. So really, as Emerson Wells comes off for a breather, they've just got so much potent power that their depth is really good.
The depth is extremely good. And there's that good defence there once again as well. Crawford inside McDonald. She's had an impactful quarter. Big rebound by Erin. Second chance here by BTAS. What can they do? McDonald again. Spins inside on Simpson. Charlie Kay. Can she get involved? She's fouled. That'll be on Bingley or Brasendale. So we will see what comes of this one. That'll be 2 shots as well.
A few of the Burnie boys coming in as well too, JB. Of course, our third game coming up between Burnie and the Southern Wolves.
Yes, third game, Burnie Southern Wolves, and that is going to be a spectacle. So we will see what happens there as Charlie Kay makes the first shot there.
Yeah, not the best of shooting. I mean, that ball just kind of going, in and out of that rim and then short on that one. So not the best of shooting games for Charlie, but... she's still going at him, and she's done well to still stick with 3 fouls.
Yes, no, she's done well. She's recovered nicely. Only the 5 points, and again, that's got to be a credit as well, as that ball will actually stay with BTAS. That's also, Ronnie, for me, you've got to give credit to the Launceston defence because they've read how important the production of Charlie Kay is.
Good cut.
Crawford inside. We thought she was going to be out with a bit of a head knock earlier. She stayed in for the free throws, and she still stayed with this game. And this one is back to 22, a minute remaining. BTAS need to hunker down these last minute to try and, salvage something potentially in the last quarter. But Launceston still sticking with it. Mariah Payne still has not got a score. She'll go to the line. But Mariah Payne, and this is one thing I'll give BTAS, and again, it's that 99, paying off for 99% of the time, scoreless in this third term.
Absolutely. And, for 9 minutes and 10 seconds?
Well, yeah,
Or 9 seconds?
essentially 9 minutes and 8.5 seconds.
BTAS have done a fantastic job of not letting Mariah Payne score since half-time. And this would just be an absolute killer if she can knock down this free throw.
She's made that.
That was a flat
As a tack.
Yes.
A4 pieces of paper were jealous of that one.
Yes.
But that one drops. So Mariah has 27 now. It's a 23-point ball game. It's still the same margin. That one's going to be a flop, warn, or carry.
No, carry. That's a
carry. Definitely a
That's
carry. I thought it started with one of those.
No.
Turn the wrist over.
No. It's that.
It's all right. You're muted, Marie. Leave that for the post game. 63-40 as BTAS wanting to get some action there. But again, here's just the hard thing for BTAS here is that it's now a dead even game. And while that is great for them on the scoreboard, being in that advantage, they're up by 2 now, so they need that stop to have won this quarter. We'll see what happens. But at the moment, it is only a minor victory. They're looking for a major. It's a 21-point margin. And if there's a team that can get an extra 2-3 points on the board before we head to the break, it's going to be Launceston. 8 seconds to go. Mariah Payne with the ball. Has 1 point in this quarter. Needs a pass. Not happy with that one. Simpson, 2 seconds. Splits the defender.
Oh, McDonald, get that out of here. There you go. That's a massive...
EI, no, said McDonald.
That's right, yes.
And that's the end of the third term. 63-42, a 2-point win in that quarter for BTAS. Launceston still in control, only the 1 point to Mariah Payne. A lot going in that one, Ronnie, but Launceston lead, 21 points, 63-42.
Well, they've been able to hold stead and hold this buffer, and really, thank you very much, JP. They're holding stead. They're still in control of this game. Margins at 21 still, so, they're in cruise control right now. So really here for Launceston, it's a matter of just playing this out. If Saraville needs to rest bodies by probably that 4 to 3 minute mark, it would be a wise move to do so because it really, unless BTAS can make an early run here in this last quarter, I think we could safely call it JB, and I think we will have a Launceston Penguin Grand Final tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I'll have sunglasses on. It'll be dark for me.
Daylight savings around here, thankfully.
A minute remaining in this third term break as the First Lady of the Fontaine Draper combination comes in. Hello there to Miss Fontaine down.
I'm going to ring your dad later too. Yes. Yeah.
He's joining us on commentary for anyone who heard that on the microphone. It's it's a positive.
Yes, we're getting Fontaine in.
Cream on an ice cream sandwich, Ronnie. So 45 seconds remaining here. BTAS has got a mountain of work to do. 21 points. And, we say basket by basket, Ronnie, but to outscore a Launceston side they've got to outscore them by 22 as Ronnie's just going on holiday here at the back of the Sports Centre. 22. I think realistically we need to look at this. Can we see Launceston being outscored by 22 points in a quarter?
No.
There's your answer.
No, definitely not. But I really hope that BTAS just fight this out towards the end.
You're all right, keep going. It's all good.
I just saw that.
That's fine. That's fine.
We have a couple of monitors happening around here, folks. So
tomorrow, a lot of sport going on.
Tomorrow we'll have the NBL Blitz on one of our monitors.
And we'll have the NBA on the other one.
Yes, we will. But look, for BTAS, just keep chipping away, keep working hard, finish the season on a positive note, which would be in good stead for the program going forward. And for Launceston, just do the right things and get your way through to tomorrow.
And that is ultimately the goal, Ronnie, to try and finish on a positive note. So we will see how they go. A quarter to go in the season for one of these teams. We highly suspect that Launceston will be going through to a state league final. McDonald tried to finish off that big defensive play in the quarter with good offense. Turns it over now in the end. And Launceston going to the left of screen through Micah Simpson. And we will see how Launceston can finish this one out. Long shot there is no good. And rebound taken away by BTAS. They nearly turned that one over. It's Charlie Kay now with the ball. We will see. Kick pass there. In turn to McDonald. Floats that one up. Bank not open. The ATM stayed in. The Ute wasn't strong enough. And we will continue on to the left of screen. Emerson Wells. In turn to Bingley. Simpson, Payne and Brasendale. So the senior lineup out there for Launceston. Again, Payne with just the 1 point in that in the first quarter of the second half. That'll be the third term. No mathematical genius, but it makes sense to me. As Payne inside splits the defender, contact on the drive. And Mariah Payne has been played very physical, Ronnie, in this second half.
Yeah, I think she got away with a slight hook there too, just by on that drive she took. She just kind of wrapped her arm around there, the defender. I think she might have got away with one.
We'll see how that one is reviewed. No comment there from our astute eye in the sky. 8:45 eye. Payne from, well, a long way out, didn't make it, nearly from Bernie itself. Outlet pass there by Erin. Stop, pop, shot does not drop. Ronnie, can we focus, please? I know I get in trouble, but my goodness. 63-42, 21-point ball game still. And again, Launceston just taking their time here. Simpson on the baseline cut, goes up, uses the glass nicely, can't get it the fall. Second chance opportunity, goes begging again. Can we get a third time lucky? Launceston dribbling out of trouble. Payne wants to split the defender. Good defence there by Crawford. Screen by Brasendale. Stop, pop, shot does not drop. Tipped out of bounds by Simpson. That'll be a BTAS ball. Substitution, Zoe Banks coming in.
Yeah, shots are just drying up here for Launceston a little bit. Like they're getting through their sets fine, but it's just the shots just not dropping. So right now, a bit of a stalemate here in this first 2 minutes of the last quarter.
Yes, we'll see how this one goes for the remainder of the game. Still there by Payne. Bingley in support, gets checked through on the way. That one will be on McDonald, who's had a pretty good game, Ronnie.
Yeah, she has. She had a very nice block there at the end of the third quarter. And, you know, she's been quite a pivotal player for this BTAS team. I haven't seen much of her and not aware of her.
And as after we've praised her up,
she's on the
dragged
bench.
out of the game.
But, you know, she's a good player. And I really hope that she keeps continuing her development. And, no, she's really shown some good signs throughout the State League season.
It's Payne now with the ball. 27 on the game. Splits the defence. Gets that one up. And that is her first field goal since the second quarter. Made a free throw in the third. That's 3 points. 29 on the game. And her impact in the first half's the ultimate difference in this one. Charlie Case
there we go.
Through the back door. High off the glass. No good. As Wells clears that one out to Payne. She's got support through Simpson, Bingley, Brasendale. Two of them down there. That'll come off a BTAS hand. Checking into this one, Bronte Smith. As Michaela Bingley heads out for a well-earned break. Inbounds play now. Smith again. Had some solid rotation minutes and someone to help direct traffic, Ronnie, and get that ball through sets of hands.
Yeah, it's always good when you can have a bit of a backup there to help you out, and I think that's crucial on any team.
Payne goes around the corner, spins inside.
Nice move.
Couldn't get that one to go. Ball tipped away, taken away there by Coco Erin, who stepped up and under. She'll go to the line for two. And Coco playing back-to-back games.
And she's done a really good job with those back-to-back games, JB. I think she's contributed well. You know, I just find this last quarter he's been a little bit kind of someone put some plastic over the rim at the moment because not many shots have been dropping so far, which has been a little bit odd. This game is kind of slowed from a scoring rate.
Yes, has slowed a little bit. So Launceston again, BTAS continuing to push that 2-2-1, that pressing, trapping defence. Baseline, Smith catches the ball, saves it, nearly travels. Mariah Payne's just going to back out. Nearly a double. You can see Macy Crawford just trying to contain in a bubble there, Mariah Payne. They try and get Simpson open. Not working. We can hear the shot clock count down. And that one's lost out of bounds. Another turnover. And the BTAS defence, Ronnie, really has been a different beast since that start of that second quarter, while you know, it's certainly only limited to a 7-8 point run instead of a 12-13 point run that we saw in that opening term.
Well, I think there's been some good adjustments, and I think there's been some good kind of difference within the defences. So it's been good to watch from that standpoint.
5 seconds on the 7 seconds on the shot clock, I should say. Erin for three. Nick Martin wanted the extra pass, didn't get it, wasn't happy. Wanted that one in the hands of Crawford. Payne now with the ball. to Simpson. She's left open at the top, but Mariah just steps through nice and easily off the glass. Too easy. Nick Martin's seen enough of a breakdown on that one to need a timeout. Will it be the last timeout of this tournament for the BTAS? One would suggest so. 66-44, 5:55. Bit of numerology there on the scoreboard, Ronnie. 40.
Yeah.
Oh, there was.
Oh, there was. But then I don't know.
It was 44-66, 555. I was quite happy with that. No, that's not a phone number.
No, that's something we should send into the...
We could have sent that through to the boys next year.
Yes.
On Fox Footy, but we
Yes.
won't need to now. 67-44, still a 23-point ball game, Ronnie. If there's some praise to be heaped on the BTAS team, it is that they have essentially kept this margin at that 23-point buffer for the better part of a half of basketball. But unfortunately, they just haven't been able to work their way, into it. Not able to cut into it enough to make, a solid dent and worry the Launceston girls, who have composed themselves well. And Launceston are, less than 6 minutes away from a state league grand final.
Yeah, but I'll give credit. Beach has made some adjustments in this second half and done a much better job where it hasn't been as bad. That there was a small run there where Nick Martin obviously wasn't happy, and Nick had this look to his assistant coaches as well too, telling me that he wanted that extra pass, but the players didn't kind of follow through on that instruction. So, really now these last 5 and a bit minutes, play it out strong, play it out hard, like we saw in the first game where Kingborough still played it out hard. For Launceston, it's just maintaining things right here for the next couple of minutes before I think we see some extended time from the bench players.
Yeah, I was going to say the second unit's likely to see a lot of minutes here in the closing stages of this one. It'll be very interesting to see. BTAS, they're going to keep plugging through. They've got plenty of bodies that can get onto the floor, plenty of depth, and you'll see some minutes, hopefully, in some of those other girls. Charlie Kay for 3, can't get that one to fall. Attacking that one there was the BTAS girls. They couldn't quite get the rebound as Emerson Wells, the MVP of the NWBU Under-22s competition, has that one. She's in turn over to Bingley. Needs to go inside to Brasendale, who's tipped that away. Emerson Wells, nearly another wedgie. Ronnie didn't quite get that one there as Daly fights with that one. Brasendale on the small block, can't get that. Bingley with the ball. And again, second, third chance opportunities. Coach Sarah is going to want a basket. Nick Martin not happy giving up opportunities. Need to capitalise, and they do. That's a good win for BTAS.
Yeah, it was. Good defensive possession now. Let's see if they can capitalise here.
Step through, up and under. That shot there taken by Coco Erin, and she will head to the line for 2. Are we good, Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm just wondering... Oh, okay. No, that's what we've done. Right out.
What have we done?
No. Just if I turn that one on.
That is Marie's mic. Oh. That is muting. That one is Nick's mic, number 4. No, that is not the one. That's the line. So that's the mic. So they're your mics on the left.
Yep.
They're your lines on the right.
Right.
We can still hear Nick.
Okay.
We've just got to turn it up a long way.
Right. I was going to say...
See, there it is.
There we go. You can hear when you can hear that whistle. Boom.
So 4:47 remaining. 67-44. BTAS still feeling as though they've got something to give here. Trying to finish out their tournament strong. Charlie Kay wanting to finish strong on that drive, and she does. Nick Martin wanting the defence to stay up now. So it's going to be interesting to see what they feel they can get out of these final few minutes as Daly up the floor. She's got Brasendale Smith. Sorry, that was Bingley. As Wells now with the ball. Bingley leaves that screen. Brasendale with a hard screen off ball too. Skip pass over to Smith. She works her way inside herself. Wants to go Brasendale, can't. Outside Emerson. Wells finds the side of the rim. And again, another good win for BTAS, as checking in once again is McDonald. Heading out is Coco Erin. And we will see just how, again, BTAS can finish this one. We're in the final 4 minutes. Charlie Kay to the rim again. She was fouled by Smith. She'll go to the line for 2. Substitutions checking in here. Macy McCulloch, who's had limited minutes as Brasendale heads out, as does Wells. Checking in is Micah Simpson.
Oh, it'd be interesting to see what combinations Sarahville plays in this last few minutes, JB. Just on the fact that, well, we know the game's pretty much one and done here. So who does Coach go with to close this one out Does she save a few of her starters for tomorrow, or does she let them play out the minutes here?
Be interesting to see just where they go. Neve Ball checks in, heading out of this one is number 13, Zoe Drain. Apologies on the slow on that one. Simpson, now good defence there by BTAS, but Launceston will work their way through it. Skip pass out to the corner. Again, back in the hands of Simpson. Mariah Payne now on the bench. She's got 31. I don't reckon we'll see much more of her for the rest of the game. So let's see what we can get. Drive there by Launceston. Corner shot is no good. Charlie Kay over the back. She wrestles that ball free. A little under 4 minutes remaining in this one. And we will see what can come of it. Skip pass there. Simpson on the interception. That is game one processed, by the way. We'll get that one up to you shortly. Simpson on the wing once again. Pass options, gets it through to McCulloch. In turn to Daly. So it's McCulloch, Daly, Smith, Bingley and Simpson who has the ball. She's got 6 seconds to make a decision. Over to McCulloch, who's going to go on the drive, wants to split the defenders. Defence there, and that'll be the offensive foul.
Yeah.
So charge taken there by McDonald. And again, more small wins here for BTAS.
Yeah, and really good read on that one. Got to the spot, and that's pretty much an easy call to make.
So let's see what we can get out of these final few minutes here for BTAS. Again, 3 minutes remaining, and they are putting in a valiant effort. This is the second semi-final of the 2021 Gala weekend for BTAS. That's another drive by McDonald, who again, Ronnie, off the bench, much like Jasmine Ashland in that first final, while Jazz was a starter, in limited minutes has produced some solid basketball.
Yeah, she certainly has, and she's done a really good job in this game today. As much as it's part of a losing side, she has still done well for her team.
So we will see here. Smith wants to go inside there. That looked to be to McCulloch, but it was no good. Still taken away by Simpson, though, and Simpson giving it her all, even out of the starting lineup. McCulloch up and under on the hook shot, no good. Rebound there, taken by Bingley, and that one is good. BTAS looking for some substitutions as well. 2:18 remaining here, warming up the highness of the Southern Wolves. You'll see them on the first of two men's semis on the day, as Launceston now lead this one only by 20. So, the positive to take out of this one, Ronnie, while the result's not going to go their way, BTAS have essentially won this second half.
Yeah, they have. I really think that's a positive in the right direction. So I think when Nick Martin reflects on this game in a day or two time and looks at the score by scores quarter by quarter, I think he'd be pretty happy with the second half.
And it's the defensive end that has really held them well. Again, forcing misses. Unfortunate. No, they are fortunate. Maybe no. 50-50 on that one as Daly gives it out to Bingley once again. Simpson now. Under 100 seconds left in this one. It'll be Launceston and Penguin in the women's grand final. Simpson managed to thread the needle with that pass. Didn't quite work out how she wanted it, though. Now Crawford with the ball. You just wonder whether a take foul's coming. Neve Ball wants to get inside, can't. Again, backing up on another game. Short corner shot, no good there. Rebound there by McCulloch in turn to Simpson. And you just wonder, is that take foul coming? It is there by Charlie Kay. So that will see bulk substitutions as Charlie Kay, Macy Crawford and Zoe Banks, probably the three senior leaders of this team, Ronnie, they head out. And that is that will be the end of their tournament. Subbing in was number 11, Charlie Davis. That was also number 44, Ellie Tuitt. And I'm trying to get a look there. Number 7, Ella Cobbing. So a minute left in this one. Launceston just looking to seal the deal, play it out injury-free. And that'll be a foul on Neve Ball as Subi Daly heads to the line. And Ronnie, I do just wonder though whether maybe that more competitive game for our friends at Penguin, whether that bit of competition might actually help them in a game that was, allowing them to battle through in a few challenges, whereas Launceston have probably had the easier task of the two. I just wonder whether being a little relaxed heading into that final isn't always the best thing to happen.
Oh, it's a yes and no answer, that one, JB. And, sometimes you might want that easy game going into a grand final, knowing that you're coming in with lots of confidence. But maybe it could work in Penguins' favour. But We'll find out tomorrow. I think this will be a good question to bring back into tomorrow's broadcast.
27.6 remaining, 69-49. BTAS will get one more look at it, and you would expect Launceston to dribble out from that point. So we will see what is produced. They get the ball over halfway. One more set for BTAS. Let's see what they can run. A high post action here so far. Ball getting through hands now with McDonald. She wants the shot. She's got ball in support. That's a long two by McDonald. That shot's missed. Second chance opportunity though for BTAS. Hook shot is thrown up and a prayer is answered. Charlie Davis makes that one. The ball will be inbounded. And as the clock ticks away, that'll be the end of this one. Semi-final number 2. That shot won't count if it drops, and it doesn't. Final scores in this one, Ronnie, 69-51. BTAS win the second half, but the game goes to Launceston. They will play Penguin in tomorrow's grand final, and we are set for a cracker of a game.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow afternoon when Penguin take on Launceston. That is going to be an exciting matchup, and looking forward to calling it with you. Good win by Launceston. They held good control throughout the game. Really good second half by BTAS. I think they should be proud on that second half that they put together, which was much better. So, but look, Launceston, as I said, I feel like they're the clear favourites to take this one out, and we're looking forward to a ripper of a game tomorrow afternoon.
A ripper of a game it will be. On behalf of Ronnie Riggs, I'm JB. Big thanks once again to Marie for sitting in on the call. A big thank you to Felix in our first 2 games. There's your women's semi-finals done and dusted. We'll take a break and we'll be back with you with the first of 2 men's semi-finals. It's the Southern Wolves taking on the Burnie Tigers.